Your grass is thin, patchy, and pale, and you probably think the only fix is a whole new lawn. You don't need that. There's a powder sitting in your kitchen cabinet right now that can turn that thin grass thick and green. It costs about $1, maybe less if you already have it at home. Stick around, because I'm about to show you exactly how to use it, step by step. This is the $1 powder that makes thin lawn grass grow thick and green. No fancy fertilizer bags, no expensive lawn service showing up in a truck. Just one cheap powder, some water, and a little patience. By the end of this video, you're going to look at your lawn completely differently. And trust me, your neighbors are going to notice too. Let's talk about the real problem first. Thin grass is more than just an ugly yard. It's a warning sign your soil is sending you. Thin, patchy grass means weeds are already planning their move. Weeds love empty space. The second your grass thins out, dandelions and crabgrass rush in to fill the gap. Once weeds take root, they are brutal to get rid of. You end up spending $40, $50, even $100 on weed killer alone. Then more money on grass seed to patch the bald spots. Then even more on fertilizer that promises the world and barely delivers. Lawn care companies want you stuck in this cycle. Spray, seed, fertilize, repeat every single season forever. It feels like progress, but it's really just spending. And it never actually fixes the root problem underneath your feet. Here's something most people don't know. Most store-bought fertilizers focus only on nitrogen. Nitrogen makes grass look green fast, sure, but it does almost nothing for the roots underneath. Weak roots mean your grass stays thin, no matter how much you spray on top. It's like painting a wall without fixing the crack behind it. Looks fine for a week, then falls apart again. A viewer named Diane wrote to me last month. She said she'd spent almost $300 on lawn treatments over one summer. Her grass still looked tired, thin, and yellow by August. That story isn't rare. It's actually the normal outcome for a lot of homeowners chasing quick fixes. This is exactly where old-school know-how comes in. Amish farmers have used a simple trick to keep their fields and lawns lush for generations. They don't run to the store for fancy chemical blends. They use basic, cheap minerals that feed the soil itself, not just the surface. One of their favorite secrets is a plain white powder called Epsom salt. Yes, the exact same stuff people use for sore muscles in a warm bath. Turns out, it's one of the best-kept secrets in lawn care history. Farmers have quietly used it for over 100 years. Old gardening journals mention it long before big fertilizer brands ever existed. And here it is, plain and simple. No gimmicks. Epsom salt is the $1 powder that makes thin lawn grass grow thick and green. It's not technically a fertilizer. It's a mineral booster that regular fertilizer simply cannot replace. Epsom salt is made of two things, magnesium and sulfur. Two minerals your grass desperately needs, but almost never gets enough of. Let's break down why that matters, in plain, simple terms. Magnesium helps grass produce something called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the green pigment that lets plants absorb sunlight. It's basically the engine that powers photosynthesis. Without enough magnesium, that engine sputters and stalls. Grass stays pale, dull, and weak, even if you water it every single day. Sulfur, on the other hand, helps roots pull nutrients out of the soil more efficiently. Think of sulfur as opening the door so nutrients can actually get inside the plant. Without sulfur, nutrients can sit right there in the soil, completely useless, because the plant simply can't absorb them. Stronger roots mean thicker blades, deeper color, and better drought resistance. Put magnesium and sulfur together, and you get a lawn that's greener, denser, and noticeably healthier. And here's the part that really surprises people. Most residential lawn soil is actually low in magnesium. Years of using regular store-bought fertilizer slowly strips it out. Rainfall and regular watering wash it away even faster. So your grass keeps looking weak, no matter how much nitrogen you dump on it. You're basically feeding a starving plant the wrong meal, over and over again. Now, let's talk about why you rarely hear about this trick. Big lawn care brands don't make money selling you a $1 bag of Epsom salt. They make money selling you $20, $30, even $50 bags of specialty fertilizer. Bags with fancy names, confusing numbers, and big promises on the front. If everyone knew a $1 bag from the pharmacy could fix half their lawn problems, that whole industry would take a hit. So this trick stays quiet. It sits tucked away in the laundry or first aid aisle, not the lawn and garden aisle. Most people walk right past it 100 times without a second thought. Not anymore, not after this video. Let's get into exactly what you need to make this work. First, a bag of plain Epsom salt. Make sure it's unscented, with no added bath salts or fragrance mixed in. Just pure magnesium sulfate, nothing else. You can find this at any dollar store, pharmacy, or grocery store. Cost about $1 for a small bag, sometimes even less on sale. Second, a garden hose, or a simple watering can if you don't have a hose attachment. Third, an old bucket. 5 gallons works perfectly for an average yard. Fourth, a spray bottle. This one's optional but really helpful for treating small bald patches directly. And that's genuinely it. Total cost, under $5 for enough powder to treat an entire lawn multiple times. Compare that to a $50 bag of fertilizer that only lasts one application. That's not a small difference. That's real money back in your pocket every single season. Now, let's walk through exactly how to use it, step by step, so you don't waste a single scoop. Step 1. Mix your solution. Use 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt for every gallon of water. For an average-sized lawn, mix about 2 cups of Epsom salt into a full 5-gallon bucket of water. Stir it well until the powder completely dissolves. You shouldn't see any grains sitting at the bottom. Step 2. Pick your timing carefully. Apply this either early in the morning or later in the evening. Never apply it during the hot midday sun. The heat can cause the mixture to evaporate before it has a chance to soak into the soil. Step 3. Water your lawn lightly before applying the mixture. A light pre-watering helps the soil absorb the Epsom mixture much faster and more evenly. Step 4. Apply the mixture evenly across the whole yard. If you're using a watering can, walk your lawn in straight rows, just like you would when mowing. This keeps you from missing spots or doubling up in the same area. If you're using a hose end sprayer, attach it to your hose and spray in slow, even passes. Step 5. For thin patches or bald spots, grab that spray bottle for a more concentrated treatment. Mix a slightly stronger solution just for these small areas. Spray directly onto the weak spots every 10 days until you start seeing new growth poke through. Step 6. Water your lawn again lightly after applying the mixture. This helps the minerals settle down into the soil, instead of just sitting on top of the grass blades where sunlight can burn them off. Step 7. Repeat this entire process once every 3 to 4 weeks during the active growing season. Spring and early summer tend to work the absolute best for this. That's it. 7 simple steps. 7 steps, and your grass finally starts pulling in the nutrients it's been missing its whole life. No special equipment, no complicated schedule. Nothing hard to remember. Let's cover a few common mistakes people make, so you can skip them completely. Mistake 1. Using scented Epsom salt. The added fragrance oils can actually harm your grass instead of helping it. Always check the label and grab plain, unscented salt only. Mistake 2. applying it on freshly mowed grass in direct sun. This can cause light leaf burn on the tips of the blades. Always apply in the cooler parts of the day. Mistake 3. Mixing it too strong. Thinking more means faster results. That actually backfires and can stress your grass instead of helping it. Stick to the ratio, 1 tablespoon per gallon, no more. Mistake 4. Expecting results in 2 or 3 days. This is a mineral booster, not an instant dye. Real results take real time, and that's actually a good sign it's working naturally. Let's talk quick cost comparison because numbers make this real. A bag of name-brand lawn fertilizer runs you $20 to $50. A bottle of liquid Green Up spray runs $15 to $25. A professional lawn treatment plan can run you $300 a year, sometimes more. One bag of Epsom salt costs about $1. That single bag can treat an average lawn 4 to 6 times. Do the math on that. You're looking at pennies per treatment. Pennies compared to a system built to keep charging you every single month. That's the real reason this trick matters so much. It's not just about greener grass. It's about keeping money in your pocket where it belongs. Now let's talk about real results, because I know that's what you're actually here for. Most people start noticing a difference in color within just 7 to 10 days. The grass looks noticeably greener, richer, and more alive almost immediately. By week 3, you should start to see thicker blades and less bare soil peeking through. By week 6, if you've stayed consistent, your lawn should look visibly fuller from top to bottom. This isn't overnight magic. It's steady, real, believable improvement, the kind that actually lasts. Think of it like finally giving your grass the vitamins it's been missing for years. Diane, the viewer I mentioned earlier, tried this exact method for 6 weeks straight. She said her lawn finally looked like the ones on those home improvement shows, and she spent less than $5 total to get there. That's the kind of result we're aiming for with every single fix on this channel. Now let's be honest for a second, because I always want to keep it real with you. This trick is not going to fix absolutely everything on its own. If your soil has serious drainage problems, or if you have major pest or grub damage underneath, Epsom salt alone won't be a miracle cure for that. It works best as part of a simple, consistent routine. Mow your grass a little higher than usual. Water deeply, but less often, so roots grow down instead of staying near the surface. And feed your soil real nutrients, not just quick fixes. Also, please don't overdo this. More Epsom salt is not automatically better. Too much can actually throw off your soil's natural mineral balance. Stick to the 1 tablespoon per gallon ratio, and don't apply it more than once every 3 weeks. Patience here really does pay off. One more honest note before we move on. This method works best on grass that is simply thin, weak, or pale. It's not designed for grass that's already completely dead. If you have large, fully dead patches, you'll need to reseed those spots first. Then use this Epsom salt method to help that new grass grow in thick and strong from the very start. And always patch test a small area first if you've never tried this before. Every lawn, every soil type is a little bit different. What works perfectly on your neighbor's yard might need a small tweak on yours. That's just how soil chemistry works. Let's quickly answer a few questions people always ask me about this trick. Does this work on all grass types? Yes, it works on most common lawn grasses, including Bermuda, fescue, and Kentucky bluegrass. Can I use this on a vegetable garden too? Yes, many gardeners use diluted Epsom salt on tomatoes and peppers for the exact same magnesium boost. Is it safe around pets and kids? Yes, once it's watered in and dry, It's considered safe for normal yard use. Just keep pets away while you're actively applying it, like you would with anything you put down. Will this replace regular fertilizer completely? No. Think of it as a helper, not a full replacement. Pair it with a light, balanced fertilizer a couple of times a year for the best long-term results. How long does one bag actually last? A single small bag usually covers 4 to 6 full treatments for an average yard. That could last you an entire growing season, easily. Can I use Epsom salt in early spring right after the last frost? Yes, early spring is actually one of the best times to start this routine. It helps grass wake up strong right as the growing season begins. What if I have a very large lawn? Simply scale up the recipe, keeping the same 1 tablespoon per gallon ratio. Mix a bigger batch in a garden sprayer if you have one. Should I stop mowing while I'm treating my lawn? No. Keep mowing on your normal schedule. Just try not to mow on the exact same day you apply the mixture. One more tip before we move to results. Mark your calendar or set a phone reminder for your next application date. Consistency is honestly the real secret ingredient here, more than the powder itself. Now, if this video actually helped you, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button right now before you forget. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it helps more people find these simple, affordable fixes. Subscribe if you're new here, because we post cheap, effective home hacks like this every single week. Real fixes, real prices, no fluff. And drop a comment down below right now. Tell me how thin your lawn is on a scale from 1 to 10. I read every single comment, and I genuinely love hearing about your results. Before you go, here's a quick bonus tip you can use today. After applying your Epsom salt mix, sprinkle a thin layer of used coffee grounds over your bare patches. Coffee grounds slowly release nitrogen over time and help improve your soil's texture. It's another almost free trick that costs you nothing if you already drink coffee at home. 2 cheap secrets stacked together can completely transform your entire yard. And if you like this hack, wait until you see next week's video. I'm going to show you the $2 trick that gets rid of lawn moss for good, without a single harsh chemical involved. You are not going to want to miss that one, trust me. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. Go grab that bag of Epsom salt from your cabinet, or pick one up for $1 today. Give your lawn the boost it's honestly been begging you for. See you in the very next video.